welcome once again to our second episode of our Finance Literacy mini-series. I hope you all enjoy our teaser and trailer. So for those of you who watched our first episode, you guys, I'm sure you should know by now that we are going to talk about tax relief on this episode. Okay, so are you guys ready?
Excited.
I am ready too.
Yay! Okay,
Yes.
so let's recap on what we have spoke about on our first episode. Okay, we all know that tax reliefs are set by LHDN, where a taxpayer is able to deduct certain amount of money expended in the assessment year from the total of annual income, right? This can help to reduce your chargeable income and thus your tax. You can save a significant amount of taxes if planned properly. So we've come out 4 points where we find very important for you to maximize the tax. First point is how we are able to help you reduce your tax payment by maximizing tax relief. Second, we are going to look into having more insurance coverage to benefit you. The next is to look into having more savings or investment value in policies. Lastly, we would also like to point out that now, no one likes to pay their taxes, right? Including myself. Of course, all our hard-earned money, we don't want to be spending a lot on tax. So each of us will be sharing our points. And if you like our video, don't forget to follow us on Insta and Facebook, perhaps soon on YouTube. And don't forget to share with your friends and family so that they too can benefit from this. Yeah? So guys, let's get started.
Alright.
Okay. So to start off, let's talk about how you can reduce your tax and be a person at a lower tax bracket. Okay, for example, if you are an income earner who's earning more than 34,000 annually, of course, there's no
34,000. So that's how much per, per month, yeah?
That's roughly around 2,800 or 2,900 average.
Okay. So 34,000. Okay, cool.
Correct. So of course, you all know that there's no escaping paying income tax. Yeah. For example, let's say your annual taxable income is about 40K. Yeah. Based on that amount, you should be paying around 1,000 ringgit on income tax, and it's at around 8%. Yeah. However, if you have a total of 11,600 on tax relief, your chargeable income will reduce to 28,400. Yeah, so that's a lot of differences you can see.
That's a lot.
This would also, so basically you're already in the lower tax bracket, around 3%. So you are around that tax bracket, 3%. So imagine from 8% to 3%, that's a lot of, the jump is a lot, yeah, guys?
Yeah.
5%.
Exactly, that's crazy, right? So imagine from 8% you're paying 1,000 in income tax, but with 3% you'll be only paying 402 ringgit to LHDN, and the difference is about what 598 ringgit. That's a lot of money,
Yeah, I think what you wanted to emphasize here is a person who's going to declare the tax, right? Means to say that by having this additional tax relief, it'll be in the lower bracket of their tax percentage.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yes. All right.
So of course, for all you ladies out there, if you're looking for to invest in a brand new luxury bag, this is the right time for you. Okay, all jokes aside, yeah. So what we are trying to achieve is to help you save more money by paying lesser tax, right?
Right.
That's right.
So you guys want to add anything else from my sharing? I mean, perhaps you have anything else in your mind that you want to share?
Like what Regina said, the 5%. I mean, some people neglect doing their taxes. So this 5% means a lot. Every year, 5%, you 10 times for 10 years. That's how much of saving. Almost 50%.
You'd be saving what? For 10 years, you'd be saving around 5,980. That's wow. That's a lot of money, guys.
Yeah.
And you see, if they don't do this tax relief properly, right? You always fall without knowing yourself under the higher bracket. So actually, by doing this, you actually can be under lower bracket, but just because the awareness and the literacy is not there, you think that what you're doing is right, which is correct also, but you actually end up paying more tax.
Exactly.
So, I mean, if there is some form of savings you can get from there, then why not, right? Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm,
So John, to put it in short, so basically, if I'm a person that don't fill out my tax and I'm earning, let's say, 5,000 per month, so I
mm,
would definitely be on the default tier already, right?
definitely. That's where this tax relief will actually really help to bring down yourself in the lower chargeable income. Lah. Of course,
Mm,
not forgetting we have all our own expenses, right?
correct.
So at the end, you get, of course, this one we coming from a perspective from employment. So
Correct.
employment, of course, when they declare, it's just following from their gross total income, lah,
Mm,
Correct.
right? So when they declare, they just follow. But this one also comes in the perspective for those who are doing self-employed.
mm,
After they minus their expenses, their things that they can minus off from their business, when they declare their tax, and then when they include the tax relief, it brings down their level much more lower in the lower bracket.
mm.
Yeah.
So
So without this awareness, a lot of people actually always, in some way, indirectly, overpay their tax actually.
I
Yeah.
see.
Without realizing. Yeah.
John, you sound like you experienced that yourself.
Yes. Yes. Just to share a little bit lah. Okay. Off topic my experience lah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Of course, in 5 years down the road, if I knew this relief was there to help. Just giving a sample scenario, a person who earns, like just now Johan mentioned, annual income of 60,000 a year, right?
Yes.
Without tax relief, you're actually contributing average around 1,000 your tax.
Mm,
Wow.
Okay lah, just put average around 500 lah, simple lah,
Okay.
10% of your monthly income.
mm,
Okay.
Okay, so assuming you keep for 5 years, right?
mm,
You already have saved of 2,500.
mm.
Yeah, 2,500, and then don't forget your tax relief that you put in also, because you contribute more for your tax relief, you also get savings from there.
True.
So all
Mm.
added up, this time we'll come to it in the next key points. When you add all this up, actually there is a big chunk of amount you get to save for long term.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, in that yearly basis, you don't see it so much because it's a small amount. But
Mm,
imagine if you compute this in the long term.
mm.
Especially those who are, like say, 5 or 10 years to retirement, that
Mm.
amount, it's a lot for them.
For sure, for sure.
Yep.
And you guys that last year was relatively not a good year for most of us. Yeah. However, of course, there's always
I would say the whole world.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Of course, with the pandemic that's happening right now.
Mm-mm.
But the government has actually gave us 2,500 relief for personal computer, smartphone, and even tablet. So for us who are working from home, that's a good opportunity for us to actually invest in one. Yeah.
Yeah,
However,
and
the
so,
purchase should be made only 1st June 2020 to 31st December 2020. So if those of you who have already purchased a laptop, smartphone, that's the best time for you to claim your tax relief.
Thank you, Regina, from LHDN.
yes. Yeah, just to add a little bit as well, I think we must mention here that, of course, now it's the tax filing season, right? So a lot of people must be wondering why we are sharing this today, because they weren't able to benefit from the one they're filing for last year. The idea for us to do this is actually for you to, because if you're already filing your tax, it's fine. Regardless you file in or don't file in, doesn't matter. But if you're going to file in, at least you know the key points you can use for your tax relief from last year.
Exactly.
However, to make it much more savings for you, from today onwards, when you get the key points for this tax relief, you actually can use it for your next year's or maximizing your tax relief for next year.
Yeah.
So this is where you're able to see the big savings as well. Yeah.
So another thing that I would like to share is that currently there's a special 1,000 ringgit relief for hospital accommodation and tourist attraction entrance fee for individuals in dire need of a good getaway. So do take this opportunity to maximize your tax relief. So you can, the payment should be made within 1st March 2020 to 31st December 2021. So those of you who want to bring your family for holiday, just do so. However, in order for you to qualify this tax relief, the accommodation premises must be registered with the Commissioner of Tourism. Yeah, so you can check from LHDN. There's a link there where you can click and check which are the hotel or place that you can actually claim for your tax relief.
I think for all the tax relief you're mentioning, Regina, we'll actually put a link for the client.
Yep.
Go and click there, then you can see all their tax relief. No?
Yeah, sure. You can do that. So, not forgetting some of the other tax relief that you can claim as an individual. Of course, individual and dependent relatives, you can claim up to 9,000. Once again, your personal medical treatment expenses, and it has to be certified by a medical practitioner. You can claim up to 5,000. Of course, like we mentioned earlier, lifetime expenses such as books, magazines, sport equipments, even your monthly payment of internet subscription, you can claim up to 2,500. Other than that, the best part is that you actually can get coverage and enjoy your tax relief by maximizing your life coverage up to 3,000 ringgit. So for you who have not done so, perhaps John will want to share with us more on coverage and insurance, life insurance.
Yeah, sure. Since we are in this field as well, right? Yeah, okay. This is very interesting. A lot of people might not be aware. Actually, following if really you get an insurance plan, especially life and medical, you actually get a relief from your tax. Why I say this is assuming this is just example. For yourself, like say for yourself and Johan, right? Like say I put Johan. Johan has a life and medical full of maybe contributing around 6,000 a year lah.
6,000
That is maximizing, right? Because
Okay.
your tax relief 3,000 for life, 3,000 for medical.
Okay. So there's
scenario,
actually two categories lah, medical and also life lah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So in total, if we combine both, you can maximize up to 6,000. Same scenario if let's say Regina, who takes an insurance account and only contribute maybe only 3,000. Okay, so that means she only maximizing half of the life and half of medical. So what happened is, at the end of the day, when Johan files his tax relief, he'll actually get much more savings because he's maximizing the relief. At the same time, indirectly, by maximizing that portion, he also get extra coverage because you contribute more. Your life coverage is more, your medical coverage also is more. Yeah, it can also be that Regina having the same medical and life as Johan, but because you contribute less, right? Your tax relief also becomes less. So you actually end up paying more than Johan, as Johan has more coverage and more relief as well. Yeah, correct.
Lesser tax.
Correct. So indirectly, when you maximize your life and medical portion in your tax relief, indirectly you're actually getting coverage more as well. Why you are like,
so meaning to say better coverage and of course lesser, you don't need to pay as much tax. Yeah,
it actually works on the same what do you call that way, means to say that indirectly it works adversely together. The more tax, the more you commit for your insurance to maximize the 3,000, right? Indirectly, you have high coverage as well, which in some way beneficial for yourself and also for your family.
True.
So this is another point a lot of people actually not really aware, because they always look on the portion where why I have to get high insurance or extra insurance, right? But by having this tax relief, it gives them the realization that they actually can maximize their tax relief by having high coverage as well. So a lot of who are watching here today, right? If you are only contributing, this is just example lah. like 150 ringgit a month, your premium, you actually can look back into your accounts or policies coverage. You can consider to actually maximize it up to 3,000. Means you just have to double up. Of course, the idea here is not to purposely increase your insurance premium, but just to ensure that you really maximize your life and medical portion.
Right.
That's why we're actually here today to guide. If assuming that you're not sure how to actually maximize this insurance portion, you can reach any of us, or you can leave your your questions and stuff like that. Then we can get back to you as well. Yeah.
Interesting. Yep. So you mean if I were to contribute 150 a month in insurance, that makes it 1,008 per annum?
12
Yeah.
months.
Yeah. So only 1,008. Yeah. So I have another 1,200 more in order for me to claim tax relief.
Yep. Correct. Yeah. So you imagine if you don't put that 1,002, you're losing out two things. First is you lose out your coverage already. Okay, if the coverage is not really crucial for you and you feel that it's not important, it's fine. However, you'll lose out your relief because the government already gives you the 3,000 for free. Yeah, so you're just losing out that portion, So why not at the same time when you maximize your relief, you automatically enjoy your coverage as well.
True, I agree. Anything else you want to add, Johan?
I didn't see it in a way that you can actually have it works like a double protection in a way.
Yeah.
That's true. True. So the third point is to having more savings and of course investment value in policy. So how do we go about this, John?
Okay. This is another interesting don't realize. I think you both also didn't actually realize, right, how this thing works, right?
No.
Okay. You see a lot of policies in the market out there now are investment-linked policies.
Yes.
So during the old days, they have traditional policies, endowment policies, with term policies as well. If you contribute, there is a little bit of extra amount for you. If you don't contribute, then of course you don't get back anything.
Correct.
But nowadays, all our accounts are considered hybrid, which comes with investment together.
I
So
see.
this also actually, in some way, indirectly helps to build up your investment value by contributing or maximizing your tax relief. Very simple only. You see, assuming now, the same amount I give scenarios like Johan and Regina for both of you.
Okay.
Assuming like Regina, you contribute your premium to in a year 3,000, right?
Correct.
Same scenario, Johan contributes half of it, 1,005.
Okay.
Who do you think will have more investment value in their policy?
Definitely Regina.
Yeah, but at the same time, you see when you contribute more, automatically you maximize the tax relief, right? Because you already do the 3,000.
Correct.
And at the same time, your investment value also is building along the way.
I see.
Very interesting to know. Like something new that we learn every day, yeah?
Yeah.
Correct.
I always advise or guide my clients. I said, then they always ask me, they say, if I pay more, then how does it help my investment link policy? Because I pay more on it. Then I said, yeah, because you pay or you contribute more for your investment also grows at the same time.
Correct.
So assuming this is just example, assuming if like say I who don't maximize my tax relief, I pay 1,000, right?
Yes.
For my tax relief, assuming. But just because I take the tax relief of 3,000, I get to save 500 already. At the same time, I got additional investment value in my policy.
That's good.
So it's like considered double savings already.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
this is
everyone
another
wants
way.
our money to work for them, right? So
yes.
So it's a good thing.
Yeah, so this is another point I find it very interesting. A lot of my main taxpayers, they don't really realize. They actually, when they put for something, of course, if you just give a tax relief without contributing anything, it's fine. But this one, you're actually contributing like investment savings for your account as well.
That's
so
good.
actually, there is a value there for you. Of course, we wouldn't say that you need to redraw, but there is a value building up for you. So imagine if you contribute for the compounding years 5 to 10 years, right? Indirectly, you'll have more investment values.
It's true.
At the same time, you pay less tax, you already save. Then you got more investment values, more savings as well.
Yeah, true. I agree. Totally
Mm.
agree with you.
Yep.
That's good insight to to look into actually for those who are filing their tax this season. Yeah. Or well, like you said, John, earlier, maybe this is for them to actually look into for the coming year when they file the tax. I guess now it's a bit too late, but it's good sharing so that everybody will know. Then they keep in mind from today onwards. They have to keep their receipts and whatever they spend.
Never late than ever.
Yeah.
Correct.
The idea is to not to buy more insurance and stuff like that, but the idea is by using that avenue, they have this avenue they can utilize to maximize for them lah.
Correct.
So the core idea today is how you actually can really save your money by doing this.
Correct.
But is it really in for them, right?
Yes.
Yep.
It's definitely you can save money, and indirectly you have also a cape behind you in terms of your protection.
Nice.
Yes.
So I think now we are coming to the final point, the most interesting. I think everybody want to hear about the fourth point, right? The savings money one.
Yes, of course. I mean, of course, if you already work so hard, you also want to be able to save some money. That's the whole purpose of we working, right? To earn money and of course to save money as well.
So guys, end of the day, we all would like to save money. Yes, because saving money will actually help your future to be brighter.
Yeah.
Okay, not spending it. So guys, what is it in for you? Firstly, like what Regina said, by putting yourself in the proper tier of your income bracket will actually help you to, number one, save money. Number two, with the protection that we're having in terms of insurance by maximizing the tax relief. For example, for life, it's up to 3,000, and for medical, it's up to 3,000. You also get, number one, savings. And the third one, with that, you also have protection and also savings on the other hand. So end of the day, what we can do with these savings you can actually let it grow for you again.
Correct. I think the very strong point, the main idea of us sharing today is really about savings, saving your savings and how you really can maximize your tax relief and have more savings as well. Yeah. The key points all of us share today, the main idea is really to save your money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not my money.
More income tax, we get to save money. On top of that, get better coverage, right?
Yes,
I
correct.
think that's the whole key point to it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because
and then,
put
sorry,
it,
Johan, correct.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, John. I was just having a thought. To put it in a good way, if everything goes well, of course, you think the protection is not there. However, the pandemic just hit us and nobody has expected it. So to us, it's better to be safe than sorry. So that's why we are giving this awareness to everybody as we got woken up by a certain aspect in our life too.
Yeah.
Like it's all about,
I also like to add a little bit besides option and coverage. Of course, there is also another two more tool a lot of people don't really maximize.
Oh, what's that, John?
It's actually their EPF and their EPF contribution.
Right.
Okay, because this relates back to savings, right? And also can consider a private retirement scheme because the government just announced last year that they're going to extend for the next 5 years.
Okay.
PRS, private retirement scheme as well.
I see.
If I'm not wrong, for EPF contribution, you have to, tax relief is about, I think the maximum you can claim is 4,000. Am I right?
Yes, correct. 4,000 is a lot. Yeah.
Yep.
And this one also indirectly helps you to save for your retirement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win situation.
Yeah, it's a win-win situation. You imagine this just example of to say that how they actually can save more. Imagine by declaring or maximizing your EPF, right? 4,000, because you take this amount, that 4,000 actually you're putting in your retirement savings, 4,000. So if you put this, just example for the next 5 years, you already have additional 20,000 retirement savings for yourself. At the same time, because you actually maximize your EPF, right? In your tax as well, and you maximize that 4,000, it reduces your tax. First, of course, the whole 4 points again lah. Lower tax bracket, more insurance coverage because you also got that protection, investment values, and then now you have this as well. So actually, it brings you way lower in your tax bracket, at the same time have more savings. So actually, you have double savings actually. Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, I guess filing your tax is not a bad thing after all.
A lot. Yeah, true. A lot of people think that maybe filing tax, it's not good giving money to the avenues we know. Okay, but however, by doing so, because it's our responsibility as a citizenship of Malaysia, we do it right, but we do it properly so that we also maximize at the same time.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that we help to save ourselves too.
Yes, correct. And of course, this is another option mentioned earlier, private retirement scheme. And consider, because this is another avenue the government has given opportunity for you to actually have savings as a retirement as well. A lot of people might be a little bit confused between PRS, private retirement scheme, and EPF contribution. Very simple. EPF contribution, if you're employed, it's automatically you have to contribute. If self-employed, then you have the option to contribute or not contribute. It's up to you. PRS works the same way as well. As you contribute, you have the tax relief. At the same time, it's actually going into your investment savings as well.
I see.
However, it's not compulsory for you to contribute after a specific time.
I see.
So if assuming next 5 years the government pulls out this benefit of no tax relief, then you don't have to contribute anymore.
However,
you still already contributed 5 years.
Yes, 5 years, and PRS tax relief is around 3,000 a year.
Correct.
Yeah, so imagine for the next 5 years, you actually have additional 15,000. Just by the idea is just to maximize the tax relief, you got 15,000 already.
Correct.
You imagine for someone who is at say 45 or 50 years old, moving towards their retirement, right?
Yes.
This amount actually will help them in their retirement time.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I think so too.
So a lot of, the viewers who are watching us here today, you actually can share this information with your family members, friends, your colleagues. Tell them that, this is some of the avenues they can maximize. At the same time, also get savings. At the same time, get better protection.
Amazing.
And the main idea is have more savings in your portfolio. Yeah.
Definitely.
Amazing. So looks like our session has come to an end. Anything else you guys want to add before we wrap it up?
I think so far with this interesting discussion that we had today, we actually have learned that in order for us to accumulate wealth, there's actually many ways, many strategies that you can actually apply.
Yeah.
So do not worry, and if you feel interested, please do like us, because we will definitely have more topics, financial topics, and also fitness that we'll be talking about, so that we can actually give more awareness to everybody around us.
Yep.
Yeah, I think a few things we need to to share about what we're doing today also. Of course, we represent, as you can see, our logo up here in FTW. So you'll be sharing a little bit more as we go along the way about what we do, our mission, our vision, and how we can help give back the community. of course, also we're gonna say today that whatever we share today, we are not representing LHDN or anything like that. We actually got a lot of feedback from our existing clients and friends, that they want to know more about tax relief. So we thought that instead of just putting up posters and giving information, when we have discussion like this and they watch, actually they have more, like they say, when you read, you don't get 100% because just your imagination.
Yep.
When you look and when you see and you hear together, you have more absorption of the knowledge and the information. So I guess that's why we came up with this mini series to help all our friends, colleagues, family members, and also the viewers here today.
Nice.
So yeah, the other thing that also important to mention is why we came out with these videos also is because we really want to help a lot of people out there, because in times like challenging times like this now, right, with the COVID cases rising, a lot of business and market are not stable, how they actually can tap on certain portfolios which actually can maximize their savings. So this is one of the ideas, one of the brainstorm or brainchild ideas we came up with this this mini series. What is it in for you, those who are watching in today?
What's it in for you?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, that concludes our second episode. If you'd like to know more about our page, feel free to follow us on FB and Instagram. And also, if you need to know anything at all, you'd like to find out more about what we do and how you can benefit from your this whole exercise or this program. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. Once again, it was a brilliant episode. Thank you again, guys, for those who are watching us.
And,
Thank you.
And we look forward to our next. Please feel free to follow us and stay tuned for our next episode.
Yeah. See you all again very soon.
Guys.
Take care.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.